Here are the top stories in Jamaica today's The Week That Was. PM says the government will break the back of crime for 2020. Cabinet goes digital. A security alert issued for U.S. citizens. Tesha Miller sentenced. Prince Harry and Meghan to step back as senior royals. And Buju's music featured in Hollywood movie. Hello, I'm Julian Robinson, and we begin with local news. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says this year government will break the back of crime and violence, and he's calling on the church for help. The Prime Minister, who was addressing the 15th annual Heal the Family, Heal the Nation service at the National Arena in St. Andrew on Wednesday, January 8th, said the government is taking a comprehensive approach to combating crime and violence, involving greater use of technology and garnering the support of the public. According to reports, Mr. Holness said that the plan is in place and will be rolled out shortly, including the equipping of police with better equipment to assist with public law and traffic management, and also to continue to use, as far as possible, the Zones of Special Operations (ZOZOs) and the States of Public Emergencies (SOEs). The annual event was hosted by the Power Faith Ministries International Inc. and the Jamaica Umbrella Group of Churches under the theme, Abiding Under the Shadow of the Almighty. The business of the Cabinet, the political executive, went paperless as of Monday, January 6. That's according to a statement from the Office of the Prime Minister, OPM. It said that the Cabinet transitioned to a paperless system at its first meeting. All ministers received secured laptops to facilitate the electronic upload and dissemination of confidential cabinet papers at the first sitting for 2020. The statement says this system was announced by Prime Minister Andrew Holness in 2018 and represents an important step towards the government's objective of a total digital transformation across the public service. The system will reduce the laborious task of printing and collating multiple cabinet submissions, which would then be transported to each minister at various ministries across the corporate area. Immediate benefits include increased efficiency, accessibility, security, and cost effectiveness. The devices for the ministers were specially procured, taking into consideration the critical nature of cybersecurity, durability, as well as user interface ease. The United States issued security alerts for its citizens in the Caribbean, arising from increased tensions in the Middle East. The U.S. Embassy in Kingston, Jamaica, posted to its website that there is heightened tension in the Middle East, which may result in security risks to U.S. citizens outside the country. They are requesting that U.S. citizens keep a low profile, stay alert in areas frequented by tourists, make sure their security plans cover everything, and ensure that their travel documents are up to date and easily accessible. The embassy also noted that it will continue to examine the situation carefully and update its citizens and the public. The message follows Iran's launch of a ballistic missile attack at 2 Iraqi bases, which houses U.S. troops, in the early hours of January 8. And finally, in local news, Tesha Miller was sentenced in the Home Circuit Court on Thursday, January 9. He was convicted a month ago for the 2008 murder of former chairman of the Jamaica Urban Transit Company, JUTC, Douglas Chambers. Miller was found guilty on December 3, 2019 by a 7-member jury. He was convicted on 1 count of accessory to murder before the fact and 1 count of accessory after the fact. Miller was sentenced to 38 years in prison. He was represented by attorney Bert Samuels. On the international scenes, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry and Meghan, issued a release recently stating that they plan to step back as senior royals and work to become financially independent. They even plan to split their time between the UK and North America. The couple stated that their plan to balance their time between the UK and North America would not stop them from honoring their duty to the Queen, the Commonwealth, and their patronage. Meghan and Prince Harry got married in 2018. And finally, in entertainment, it has been announced that the legendary sounds of Buju will be featured on the upcoming soundtrack for the highly anticipated movie Bad Boys for Life. The news was shared with fans by the Gargamel himself, who took to social media to post the original cover image of the movie's soundtrack, which shows star actors Will Smith and Martin Lawrence with the caption, "Soundtrack coming soon." The project also features Meek Mill, Quavo, Rick Ross, Rich the Kid, Jaden Smith, son of Will Smith, Lil Jon, Pitbull, among others. The soundtrack is to be released on January 17, 2020, and is produced by the Yardman himself, DJ Khaled. And those are the top stories in Jamaica Today's The Week That Was. Join us next week on our website at jamaicatoday.com and at My Jamaica Today on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for another roundup. I'm Julian Robinson.